Hey guys, welcome back to Evony with Genghis on server 68. So today, gonna do an account update. It's been a while, and I just reached a new milestone, I guess, up there, 4 billion, about to become 4.1 billion. If anyone watched my satirical video a few months ago about how to fake power. I am almost at 4.5, and then it'll bump up to 4.1, even though I'm not 4.1. So a little bit of a joke there. Big additions. I got up to level 2 on all of these fame, so very famous. Obviously, none of that stuff's very important, but let's get down to the good stuff. Okay, so going in here, one of the biggest things I have done, I showed, is I do have a level 10 archer range attack for wind staff. So everything else is level 9, I think. I think I have level 9 across the board, except for Ares attack. I have level 8 still, and I would like to get that up to level 9, because in Battlefield sometimes things happen really fast, and it's just better to have on that gear rather than switching back and forth. So I would like to get that up. Other big news, I am in Nefarious Alliance, NEF. It is definitely one of the best alliances in all of Evony, so that it is a big update to my account. Big privilege to be here. If you look at Shalon's right here, we are ranked, are we ranked third, fourth? Yeah, so third right now in points. That doesn't mean we're the third best alliance, but it means all that matters is that we are top 16, and we're in a very good position to get into top 16, provided we continue to win. We have the points. We got a good buffer of over 100,000 on 16, or actually 97,000 on 16th place, but we have to win, right? Because everyone has 10 points there, and the first team with a loss in the rankings goes all the way down to 53rd. So those teams are eliminated. It's pretty obvious there's going to be 16 undefeated teams, and we would like to be one of them, and our point total is looking favorable right now that we would make it. We have a good matchup this week, 4 points to get points. Shalon's is one of the... And the update is a reason why I added more power. I added 500 million power today. And let's get into what I actually added here for power. So I will start at the bottom and go to the layers that I did. And basically, at T1, I added a bit. Not as much as I wanted to. I probably added about 6 or 7 million total troops here. I would have probably 5 million. I would have liked to have added more, but maybe I'll get to that next month. Because as I've talked about before in Troop Soul, it is important to have a good percentage. Have about 30% of your troops in T1. So if you ever do lose bubble, those will die, and the rest will go into Troop Soul, and you'll be able to revive. But what I did was my siege and my ground troops, I got them layers all the way up to 1.5 million, all the way up to T9, and everything else is over a million. So archers were neglected a little bit. They were kind of sitting around 800,000, and I got them up over a million. So you can look here, all the layers are over a million. And then when we start to get up to 10, I really put in work on siege this month, and ground troops, and a little bit into archers. But I added 500,000 to everything. I got all of my 14s over 2 million, except for siege. They will get there probably maybe 2 months. It's a lot to do 500,000 in 1 month, but I might do it. We'll see. And then my 13s, you can see my ground troops really starting to swell there, 3.6. And then 4.1 at the T12 level, and I got those archers up, and I added about 1.5 million more T12 archers. Really just went to town on it. Really focused on T11 siege as well. Got it up to 4.3.5 million. It was sitting at around 2.1, I think, so more than doubled. I would have liked to go more, to go get it up to over 5, over 6, but next month, hopefully I'll get it up to around 7. We do use lots of T11 attacks in our alliance, in Battlefield when you got to thin out the opponent. It is a difficult thing to do, and you just got to send knowing that your troops are going to die. Other things that I've done here, let's look at the military academy. Actually, first let's look at the regular academy, just to go over. I'm almost completely done it now. So columns that I wasn't completely done before. Alliance, I think I've completed it. So the only thing that I really had left to complete that was important was all of the reinforcing. And I've got all of that stuff done now. Looks like, yeah, I think it's all done. Even the things like siege defense and siege HP, pretty sure I finished them about a week ago. And then subordinate city, starting to get up the training speeds and the revival for the troops. That's kind of the next thing I'm doing. I'm bouncing back and forth between the military academy and this academy based on if I have tactic scrolls or not. That's really what it comes down to. I've started to really start doing the recovery as well, and for troops to have cheaper costs in the Holy Palace, etc. And the main reason for that is I'm in Neph Alliance now, and they do lots of PvP on the server, and this is where you need the Holy Palace. So I never really needed it before. Didn't do too much other than individual solo attacks. Advanced Military Academy, pretty sure it's all done. I might have a couple, yeah, right here. Reduce enemy siege machine attack. Really not that important because it's already maxed out with all my gear. So the only time this would be important is if I'm doing a solo attack and I don't get to bring my subs, but I'll get that in due time. I don't think it's that pressing a need for the amount of days that it costs. Now, just going to join these rallies, and then we'll get back into the military academy. That is a big one. That is probably one of the most important things in the game now is the military academy. So I'm also at K38, and I've got Shrine going to 37, and then Rally Spot is 38. So I guess I'm going to kind of push ground troops to maybe be my first troop at K40 that I end up doing. I really just had to build something, and what I wanted to do, I try to take advantage of the events. So as you can see with the consuming event, I've basically finished all of them this month, or I have a little bit left to do. And what I want to do is have something to use my construction speeds in the speed up event. So I had to do a building, and I just wanted it to be something that didn't cost too much resource wise, because I want to be able to use these and get that boost in the next event. So back to the military academy, the important stuff. We'll just go into ground. And I've sort of been cherry picking, high grading specific stuff that I wanted. And I wanted dual purpose stuff because tactic scrolls are really hard to come by. So I wanted to pick, and what I mean by dual purpose, things that do two things. So this increases ground troop HP when joining a rally and increases defense, where these ones at the top only increase when attacking. So I wanted things to go on both ways because there's only so many tactic scrolls. And then these ones I put at 1 out of 3 just to unlock the next items underneath. And ground troop attack and mounted troop attack were probably the two least important of all the attacks for me. So I wanted to just continue to unlock and get away down there. Just, oh, amazing. Are you kidding me? That just popped up. I've been trying to pop that package for a long time now. I popped it once on last Thursday, and I wanted it on Friday, Saturday, Sunday for the weekend for the bonus, and now it just popped now. So now I have a decision to make because I really want these 1,500 scrolls and use it twice and get 3,000 of them. So I guess I have an hour to decide if this is a good enough package for me or not. I guess the only difference is that I wouldn't get the speeds on the weekend pack, but I think it's going to be hard to turn that down. I think I'm going to get that. I'm going to have to hop onto BlueStacks and do the Huawei purchase. But the Huawei purchase actually has a 30% off or 30% cash back on your first item of the day on any weekend purchase. So again, I'm getting screwed out of that 30%. So I don't know what I'm going to do. And that wasn't a paid promotion. I'm just letting you know those are my thoughts because I like to take advantage of that. So I maxed this one out. This is increased mounted troop attack and range attack. So I tried to max out a lot of the mounted troop attacks or range troop attack stuff. This one increases mounted troop defense when defending. So I've got that almost maxed. And then I went and I wanted to increase mounted troop HP on defense. So I've done that. I'm up to Military Academy 3, so I can start to get some pretty high level stuff. On the range, I've done most of the attack stuff. So I've maxed this one out, gave me a whopping 6% more and reduced enemy troop HP. This one as well, horse HP. So down 60% more on that science. And then this one, I did not increase the range troop attack to the max here just because the tactic scrolls are getting so expensive. But if I get that pack, I probably will be doing that. So siege, this is where I really did a lot of stuff. Got the march size up 12%. Got siege machine attack up 40% on defense. Siege machine HP up 40% on defense, and just continuing to work my way through there. So as you can see, I honestly feel like I haven't done that much in the Military Academy, and I've probably spent about 30,000 tactic scrolls. It's such a difficult building to really work up. In terms of gear, I have some good gear. I probably showed you guys this one before, Plantagenet bow and Plantagenet ring, but I got these gloves. Very happy with my refines on those. 29, 27, 29, 29. Really got to like that. All basically an average of 28.5, 29. And then I combined it with this helmet, which I've loosely refined. I'm not totally finished with that, obviously, but I just wanted to put this in there because I wanted the two-piece buff of the marching ground troop attack and HP, but I didn't want to totally commit to it because I'm hoping at some point maybe I can get the sword, and it is a good ground sword. I've really been working her specialties, trying to complete her, and same with Tamiris. Tamiris is finally on the fourth specialty, and she's getting there. I only do this when I have lucky stones, though, so I kind of wait for them at Battlefield or SVS. Matthias, I've chosen to go with him as my siege general. Guess I just got to kind of wait and see if I do end up getting Wonder 3 dragon, and then I could change dragons over and give him his actual own dragon. And pretty much I would say that is the nuts and bolts of my update. I've also got this stuff all down to level 1, which is very nice because not only does it give you some small buffs, it lets you also equip stuff. Like I just equipped Subordinate City Training Speed 1.4% buff. When I do heal, I'll put heal on and get that extra 3%. And it gives you one for march speed, construction, research, gathering, training speed. So all sorts of different stuff that you can use it for. And looking at my speeds, I'm pretty loaded here, but not loaded enough because when I decide to do K39, look at that, 8,800 days. And if I change over to construction, 7,500, so maybe I could get it down to like 6,900 with craftsmen. Very challenging stuff with all the speeds that are required, and Military Academy just eats away at them, and it's tough. I also upgraded this Triumphal Arch. I'm up to level 2. If I could do level 3, I would start to get increased troop attack, defense, and HP, but in order to do that, I need to make all-stars. So the rest of this is pretty easy. Win Guatemala 4 times in a row. I've won 2 in a row with Neff, so pretty sure we'll win 4 in a row at some point, so I'll get that done. It's just a matter of making all-stars. That is no easy task. And then the next one, I think you have to make second round of all-stars. Victory column, where do I stand there? I have 3, I probably have 4 or 5 of the generals, it says I have 3 out of 6, but that's because I haven't moved gear around, and I do have some that are sitting just below. Like I think my Martinez is my Joe Johnson. Yeah, so my Joe Johnson is 14,000 points below. I'm sure I can move gear around and get him there. Okay, so Martinez is there, and Elise and Tamiris. So I'd be able to get him there, and then I could probably get one other because I have 4 different pieces of the new gear. I have more than 4, but I have 4 that don't overlap. So 1 pant, many rings, many helmets, many boots, and 1 weapon. So actually 5, I have 5. I'm missing a chest piece. But I will need another dragon if I'm going to get that 6th. So you pretty much have to unlock Wonder 3. And then the other thing I'm working on is Monarch Experience. This is so difficult. Would love to get it up to 38. I'm kind of gaining about 5 or 6% a week, I guess. And just hoping for that. So basically that is my update. Just looking at anything else randomly here. Huns Invasion, spent all those points. Don't really see too much else here worth discussing, but basically that's it. Let me know in the comments how you're doing on your progress. Any tips you got for me on what I should do. I know going for ground first isn't usually the meta that most people do. I actually always do ground first, just so that my wasted food when I'm building troops, it goes into the highest level of troop, and that would be the T15 ground. But this actually just worked out that I did this, because if you look at the shrine, I get a new level by unlocking 36 right here, which is there. And so I get 5% more on all my buffs here if you look. And if I go to this one, it was only 20%, so I get 25. The next one at 39 would get me 30. So this is why I chose to do 36. But then also some of these buildings for troops require different things that I just don't have. So I'm not able to do them. Like stables, to get stables 40, you need victory column 2, and I don't have that. So will I have that by the time I get there to unlock T15s? I don't know. One of the others requires Rally Hall 40, and that is locked. So you got to do Market, Embassy, and Rally Hall, every single level to get it up. That is a lot of resources wasted. And you got to do, and if it's archers, I'm not sure which one it's on. If it's archers, then you got to do the wall as well, and the archer tower. So lots of difficult things to keep in mind when you are planning to build. And I've never actually seen anyone release what the prerequisites were for the buildings. People just thought it was resources and the standard quarry 40 and trap factory 40, things like that, but it's actually not. There are other things involved. So I'm going to try and get that. People are starting to unlock them now, and I'm going to try and get screenshots and have an upcoming video on that. So this is Genghis. Let me know in the comments how you're doing. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.